and I want to shove even more money into tax advantage accounts to save for retirement.
All right, we're going to hear more from that guy in a minute. The purpose of this video is to explain two tax tricks related to retirement savings in the United States that have very similar names, the Backdoor Roth and the Mega Backdoor Roth. But they're actually very different operations. Now, these are not official terms. These are just slang terms that people use as shorthand to describe multiple step maneuvers. Both of these terms, Backdoor Roth and Mega Backdoor Roth, seem to have caught on the internet when people discuss these techniques. So they're convenient for searching and quickly describing what you're talking about. But you will not find these terms in any official IRS documentation. Also, make sure you listen to the disclaimer at the end of this video. This video is for general information only, not tax advice. I'm just giving you the gist of these mechanisms. And there's also all sorts of exceptions that may apply in your case. Now let's hear a personality profile of someone who's going to take advantage of the Backdoor Roth, and then we'll hear a personality profile from someone who wants to use the Mega Backdoor Roth. I'm just a regular person, and I would love to be able to contribute up to $6,000 to a Roth IRA this year to reduce taxes on my retirement savings. But I can't because I make more than the income limit. My Roth IRA contributions are limited or completely not allowed by the IRS. If I'm single and make over $125,000, or if I'm married filing jointly and we make over $198,000, all I want to do is contribute up to $6,000 to an IRA.
I'm the type of guy that wants to do a Mega Backdoor Roth IRA. I'm already saving a crap ton of money for retirement. I already contribute the annual maximum to an IRA, $6,000, and I've maxed out the contributions to my employer's retirement fund, my 401k. That's another $19,500. And I want to shove even more money into tax advantage accounts to save for retirement before I start thinking about a regular taxable brokerage account.
All right, now that we have the profiles of the types of people interested in both of these two maneuvers, let's walk through diagrams that show exactly how they work. But in both cases, I already have other more in-depth videos on each of these maneuvers. So this is just a high-level introduction so that you can keep them straight in your mind. For the Backdoor Roth IRA contribution, you would love to be able to put money up to $6,000 directly into a Roth IRA. But there is a contribution income limit, and if you make over this limit, you cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, you could contribute your $6,000 to a traditional IRA. Typically, the whole point of a traditional IRA is to be able to take a tax deduction, making that money effectively pre-tax. But there's also an income limit on the ability to take that tax deduction. And if you're above the income limit for a Roth IRA, you're almost certainly above the income limit to take a deduction for your contributions to a traditional IRA. But you can still put your money in that account. And then, once it's in the traditional IRA, you can convert it over to a Roth IRA. This is where the origin of the backdoor phrase comes. You're getting into the Roth IRA via a conversion from traditional IRA, not via a contribution. So the Backdoor Roth is an option for just about anybody who wants to contribute up to $6,000 into an IRA to take advantage of those tax savings, as opposed to just investing in a brokerage account, but would otherwise be unable to because they are above the Roth IRA income limit or the traditional IRA deduction income limit. That's very different from a Mega Backdoor Roth. This is for someone who's already maxed out their 401k with their employer. They've contributed $19,500 to either their pre-tax, their regular traditional pre-tax, or Roth 401ks with their employer. They've also likely already contributed $6,000 to a Roth IRA, maybe via the backdoor method, and they want to get even more money into tax advantage accounts. There's another little known bucket of contributions to your 401k called the after-tax non-Roth. It's still part of your 401k, but it's like a different bucket inside your 401k. And it is not subject to the $19,500 annual limit. In fact, you can contribute up to $38,500 in this bucket for a total of $58,000 in your entire 401k. Now there's exceptions to that, see my other video. So this is really for people who want to save a ridiculous amount of money in tax advantage accounts. So when you put money in this bucket, there's a special provision that allows you to roll that money out into a Roth IRA. Why would you do that? Well, typically you don't want money to sit in this type of bucket. An after-tax non-Roth account, you're taxed when you put your money in, and you'll be taxed at income tax rates on any earnings when you withdraw. But as soon as you get it over into a Roth IRA, it makes tax-free earnings and tax-free withdrawals forever. It's just as if you contributed all of this money directly to a Roth IRA. There's one big downside to the Mega Backdoor Roth. Whereas the Backdoor Roth is available to just about anyone, the Mega Backdoor Roth is only possible if your 401k account has some very special provisions. First of all, it has to have the ability to contribute these special after-tax non-Roth contributions. And I think less than half of 401k providers allow this type of contributions. And plus, to make it really effective, it also needs to allow these in-service withdrawals or in-service rollover to Roth IRA or conversions to Roth 401k. So the multi-step techniques that these terms actually refer to in the case of the Backdoor Roth is a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA, and then a subsequent conversion of that money in your traditional IRA over to Roth IRA. Whereas in the Mega Backdoor Roth case, it's a contribution to your after-tax non-Roth 401k. They're often just called after-tax 401k, but I always like to specify non-Roth because Roth 401ks are also after-tax. Then after you contribute that after-tax non-Roth money to your 401k, you can take an in-plan distribution and roll it over to your Roth IRA or an in-plan conversion to your Roth 401k. Check out my other videos for all the details. All right, time for the disclaimer. I am not an accountant. I am not a certified tax preparer. I'm just some dude on the internet. This video is for general informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice or tax advice or any other professional services. Please do not sue me. No fiduciary relationship is formed. The use of any information in this video is at your own risk. In fact, just assume it's wrong. Just use it as a starting point to go do your own research or consult a CPA. But in the meantime, check out my other videos.